All right, buddy. Welcome to back to Drew Want to Know. This week we talk about this linen shirt. We talk about Harry Potter, Dark Wizards. We talk about using making sandwiches and like how the order of operations should be. And then we also have a little fun thing that's like, can you use corporate ideas in creative endeavors? Yes? No? We'll find out this week on
Wanna know?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Drew Want to Know. I am Drew Beekler, and this is me in a linen shirt. Look at this bad boy. Never thought I would own one of these. I never thought about linen as a fabric that would be okay on me, or I would feel comfortable even owning. I felt I'm just not on a beach waiting for the wind to take my shirt and blow it. But it's doing it. It's kind of we're doing it. We're hanging out. It's doing the thing that bothers me a little bit, which is this little sleeve, little T-shirt is coming out. And yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know. I think it's that I'm not supposed to wear a shirt underneath the linen shirt. I feel like someone put that in the comments. Is that a thing? Are we not supposed to do that? I don't know. I've never worn a linen shirt, but I don't know the rules yet. This is like because I'm like trying to be more fashion. I don't. You guys see these white shoes? They're not that clean, but I've been trying to be. I just wore them on a whole trip, and it was my only shoes, so they just kind of got dirty. But started wearing white shoes because like I've been wearing black shoes my whole life, and then this just comes up now that I'm just like, okay, cool. I'll wear white shoes, and I'm like, can I even wear black shoes again? Like, I don't know if you guys, I know you can, but it's like, I feel like it's specific because they're supposed to pop, right? Is it contrast? Is it based on the t-shirt you're wearing over the shirt that it pops the supposed to match? I don't know. I don't know all the rules yet. I'm trying to figure them out. I'm trying to like at least dress a little better, act like I deserve the doctor that I'm marrying, you know. It's just, I don't know. It's very wrinkly. And I never thought I would own a linen shirt, like I said. I have two of them now, though. So maybe I'm growing as a person. This is what maturity is just owning linen shirts and being cool about it. I'm not cool about it yet. I'm telling everybody. I feel like every time I try something new, I'm just going to tell everybody about it. I'm not a cool person. Like when we were vacationing in, I climbed up these like rocks, and because I bought these these shoes that were like waterproof shoes or like whatever, or water shoes that had like a cool sole on them. So I bought these they were kind of spiky rock things like on the side of the ocean, and I got up there and then came back down because I went to get her hat, the fiance's her hat, my fiance's hat. Came back down, and I was like, "You see that?" And she's like, "Yeah, you look so cool." And I'm like, and I just started singing to myself, "Adventure shoes, I got my adventure shoes on." And she's like, "You ruined it. You were pretty cool, and you ruined it with the song." I'm like, "It was in my heart. That was my heart, just singing adventure shoes, a completely made up song that I made up." So anyway, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll stop talking about all the fashion that I have. I feel like it's got to be like drugs, right? Where you start talking about when you're always on, you're like, oh, I'm so high. You're like, you just talk about it, and then after a while, you're just like allow it. You just are. I haven't hit that yet. I'm just still excited that I'm wearing things that are nice. But yeah, I watched the first Harry Potter because the new ones they're filming it, they're casting everybody. I guess there's some controversy because no one's saying that they're not really they're kind of skirting around the whole J.K. Rowling trans thing, which just say at this point like I guess she's involved with it. She has to be, right. But let's just say this: how about she's a dick, but I really like this material. She had a couple good ideas a little while ago, and her more recent ideas suck. She made the Fantastic Beasts movies. Have you seen those things? They're garbage. Garbage, those movies. Thank God they got canceled. You know? They're like they were pointless. The last one, like nothing happened. It was the whole movie you're sitting there going, what is the point of this? There's no point of this. I don't get this. I don't know. She's wrong in so many ways, but Harry Potter's still good. And I'll stick to that. That's what everyone should be saying. But who cares? I'm gonna watch it and feel totally fine about it. I played Hogwarts Legacy. They tried really hard. They were like they were just like whatever kind of thing. But I don't know. I guess everyone's upset about Snape and I don't know, whatever. Oop. There goes a battery. We're going to pause for a second. Ugh. And we're back. Batteries, right? Always charge them. That's what we should be doing. That's my new thing. Charge your batteries. But again, like, listen, J.K. Rowling's wrong about this whole trans thing. But Harry Potter's so good. It's just someone who had a lot of. Is it weird? Like she now, like she was like the most popular. She went from like a homeless person, right? That's what she says. To then writing the greatest book series of all time, hugely popular, becoming one of the richest people in the world, right? And then all that just went away. And now she does seem like she's just kind of like punching into the air, anything kind of attention. And she's like, I found some attention with this trans thing. And it's just like, you need to stop. You just need to understand that you're not going to be beloved the way when you were beloved in the way when Harry Potter first came out, right? Maybe this new series there would be more of that if you didn't do any of this stuff, but I don't know. It's just never meet anyone that you love. Don't trust anybody that's famous. They're just gonna be weird. There's always something someone's doing that is not good. So I don't know. Just read Harry Potter. It's just good. It has all the good values in it, right? I don't know. I know they describe Harry's pretty like he's a little ornery, but he's like pretty accepting of people, and I feel like that's what you should take away from it, right? I don't know. But why I brought this up is because I was watching the first Harry Potter. That's why I brought this up. And they I don't know why this stuck with me, but it's like so when Green Guts gets like robbed, right? And they're like the Daily Prophet's like, we suspect a dark wizard. And I'm like, oh, do you? Was it a dark wizard? Was it this time? You literally have good. It'd be weird if it was like, oh, we suspect a good wizard. It's always a bad wizard, a dark wizard. You name them dark wizards. Like that's them. That's them being bad. Of course, it's them. It'd be like if Scooby-Doo, they're like, they're like, you know what? It probably is not the monster. I bet you it's the lady who, checked us into this hotel. That was her. Like, it of course, it's the monster person. It's whoever. No, it's not even like that. It's like them going. We suspect the guy who has the most to gain financially from this being haunted. We bet you it's that guy. Oh yeah, is it him? Of course, it's every episode. It's him. It's that person, right? It's always someone who's like Isn't it crazy? I also think this just about Scooby-Doo. This is just an offshoot of this whole conversation, but I feel like at this point it's weird that we haven't heard a story of someone trying to haunt their way into like, real estate. No one's tried it. No one's tried to be like, let's make sure this is haunted and try to take over this lease. Like, or take over the mortgage of this house, like, or this weird hotel to make a whatever plant they want. It's weird that hasn't been tried at least once. Every Scooby-Doo episode's about it. Every episode is about someone haunting their way into gaining a deed of something, right? How has no one tried it yet? I feel like it would probably work in some capacity, you know? I don't know. I just think about that a bunch. But anyway, that's beside the point. But again, I just thought it was funny that they're like we suspect a dark wizard to have taken over this whole thing. And I'm like, or broken into this vault. And I'm like, oh yeah, did you suspect a dark wizard? Is that what that's everybody, right? That could be that's so many people. That you narrowed it down to part of the population. Like that's like saying, oh, we think it's a white guy. Yeah, there's so many of those people out there. It's crazy. You know what else is crazy? I feel like I live in New York, and there's a lot of places that make sandwiches here. And I'm gonna say this. I don't know if this is controversial or not, but I feel that we need to have a talk about making sandwiches, specifically in the mayonnaise department. I don't know why every sandwich I get here has to just be drowned in a menagerie of mayonnaise. I don't know if that's even the right word. It's just so much. It's like they're like, I'll have mayonnaise. They're like, cool. You want a whole jar of mayonnaise on that sandwich? Perfect. We'll do it. Dunzo. It's crazy. You need just enough, right? And it's just like the order of operations. It's mayonnaise, lettuce, tomatoes, whatever, meat. Usually, actually, that should be the other way. Sorry, it's lettuce. It's the bread, mayo, meat, lettuce, tomato, salt that stuff. Put it there. Boom. I was a sandwich artist for many years at Subway Sandwiches, and I prided myself on the sandwiches making them look very good. I was complimented many times. I have a very particular way to make sandwiches. I don't know if everyone else is that way. I just feel like every time you try to say, "Hey, can we have this, or this?" Like you say, "Oh, can I have a light mayonnaise?" That they put just a crap load of low fat mayonnaise on there, which is not what I'm talking about. And I always have to say, "Can I have a little amount of mayonnaise?" And I feel like they take offense to that, and then purposely don't listen to me. It's like a whole thing. I just want a little mayo on there, just a little bit. Salt and pepper, all the veggies. Bring out those flavors. That's what I've learned from cooking. And yeah, it's just that kind of stuff. So just gonna keep doing that things, and I feel like we can make the world a better place. And speaking of that, I feel like just from a creative side, this is just a creative side view of side conversation, which is what I learned. I watched this video, which I think is really good. It was about, and this is just like a stand-up thing, right? But it's probably everybody can benefit from this. It's like, it was kind of like, how do people ask this guy, this dude on YouTube, who's I guess he's like a speaker. He helps people speak better, or like work in, like, they have corporate things of how to like make talks or get your point across. This was like the point of this whole video, which is like how to get your point across, which is like, it's called the prep. I guess it's like a formatting issue. It's like it's to format your thoughts, right? So it's point, reason, explanation, point. And I feel like this is something you can like. I feel like this is like any creative person. It's like you can take ideas from these like corporate ideas that are about like getting your points across and like making sure everything is lean. And I feel like that's what they mean when you talk joke writing. You're always like trim the fat, trim the fat, and it's like always just like make your point the quickest way you can, right? And I always just kind of like I don't know how to do that. I feel like I'm just like all over the place. And this really helped me, and I think this has probably been explained in different ways, especially like I think in the comedy Bible this is probably set up this way, but it's called prep, right? So it's point, reason, explanation, point. So like the way he was talking about is like we don't want to do Monday meetings anymore. The reason is because I think Monday meetings no one's paying attention. We're gonna have a bunch of these meetings anyway later in the day. This is a waste of time. Example, this last Monday we did this thing, but then we had 4 other meetings about the exact same thing. Point, this is why we shouldn't have meetings on Monday. And I feel like something clicked in my head about that. And I feel like that's why you can kind of get inspiration from anything. So you should watch like a lot of things or read a bunch of stuff that's like maybe not even in your niche or what you're doing, right? Because you can get like that. To me, I was like that's like premise, kind of the reason why you feel this way, and then your example can be like a joke, a how you think about how you feel about that. How I feel like there's a way to like structure that, and I think they do that in the comedy Bible. They talk about that kind of stuff too, which is like it's your premise, setup, punch, right? But and it's just I don't know, maybe it just clicked. Maybe I'm just reading a lot. I'm just like I just have a lot of information. This finally like I just read the same kind of information a bunch of times, and it clicked this time. I don't know. That's why I'm always about going through fundamentals all the time because eventually something will click. Um, that you're like, oh, I get that now. That for some reason made me think this, and I get it. I'm on board now, and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like that was really important this last couple of weeks. I noticed that a little bit in just writing. I actually write PREP in my Apple Notes when I'm writing out my like the little jokes to make sure that I know that I'm saying it succinctly and I'm saying there's always that structure behind it, because I feel like having that structure has been it just makes sure it's very clear, which has always been my problem. I feel like I'm just not clear. I'm not like here's the point. I'm always like kind of like I have like 5 ideas off of that or something like that, and I really what I should be doing instead of saying all the 5 ideas, I should be setting the 5 ideas up individually opposed to just saying them all right. That it's just been a little bit of a kind of a moment, which I feel like it's something to share, and there's a lot of examples of this stuff. So yeah, I think you should look other places for things to help you. Whatever you're doing, there's other ideas that you could totally use in completely random things. Like this is like corporate America now. I'm like applying it to stand up. Like it's interesting. I don't know. I find it fun, and I think it's a good thing. So I just don't. I just think that that's a lesson we can all take something from. Everyone can use that idea. But anyway, that was our episode of this week. Episode. Wow, I said that weird. It's this week's episode. That has been our episode this week of Drew Want to Know. Once again, if you like this, like and subscribe. We do episodes all the time, and if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at DRU Comedy. I also run a show in the East Village, New York, every Tuesday at 10 Degrees Bar called Big Wave Comedy. It's super fun. We have a great lineup of comics every week. And it's super fun. It's a little room. You work out, come around, say hey. Yeah, I will see you guys. See y'all next week on
Drew, wanna